I want to talk about something that affects all of us. Not just some, all of us. No matter where we live, what we do, or what we believe in. I'm currently recording this while being in Spain, in the hottest summer that Spain has ever seen. The climate crisis isn't just one issue among many. It is the issue. It is urgent. It is global. And it's already changing our lives. Welcome to my channel. I'm Tina, and I'd like to talk about climate action. Why we need it, what's happening around us, and where we could be heading in the good or the bad ways. If that sounds interesting to you, please stick around. Let's start with what we've already seen. Currently there are heat deaths in Europe. In 2022 and 2023, there were temperatures that pushed above 50 degrees in some places. Over 1 billion people were affected. Wildfires destroyed entire towns. Mega droughts pushed people into hunger in Africa. These aren't future threats, they're happening right now. And all of this is happening with just an increase of 1.2 to 1.5 degrees of global warming. All of this caused by human carbon emissions since the Industrial Revolution. That might not sound like much, but it's already enough to trigger deadly disaster. The more carbon dioxide we emit, the hotter it gets, and the worse the impact will become. So, what do we need to do? To avoid the worst, we need to limit global warming to 1.5 degrees. This is what the Paris Agreement tries to achieve. But to get there, we need to cut global emissions drastically and immediately. This won't prevent all harm, not by any means, but it could help us avoid the most catastrophic of outcomes. Here's the problem. What countries are currently pledging to do would still lead to over 2 degrees of warming. And what they're actually doing, their current policies, what's happening on the ground, would take us a lot closer to 3 degrees of global warming. That would make Earth hotter than it's ever been since humans ever first appeared on Earth. At 3 degrees warming, we could see more extreme weather, more often and more intense than we're seeing it now, and now is a lot already. Sea levels could rise, rivers are likely to dry up. By 2040, nearly 4 billion, not million, 4 billion people could face major heat waves each year. Between 140 million and 1.2 billion people might be forced to leave their homes. That's a lot of climate refugees. Food and water shortages would become widespread. And then there's the risk of economic collapse, conflict, and even state failure that is increasing. All of this feels quite overwhelming. I know it overwhelms me, I know it makes me anxious, and I sometimes lie awake at night thinking about all of this. So if this is happening to you as well, you're not alone. Many people today experience what is called climate anxiety. And that is deep worry, sadness, fear, or even guilt about what's doing to our planet, what we have been doing to our planet. And that doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. It's really sane and healthy to worry about these things. They mean that you care, and that's a good thing. One of the best ways to deal with climate anxiety is to take action. That could mean reducing waste, joining maybe a local group in your neighborhood, speak up at work or at school for some initiatives that could be undertaken. It could mean voting for leaders who actually take climate seriously. And every action counts. Together they add up. We also need to imagine a better future together. Not just a world where things are less bad, but a world where things are better. Clean air, that would be nice. Green jobs, yeah. And a thriving nature. A future that inspires us, excites us, and gives us something to look forward to and work towards. But that needs change. To get there, we need big changes in how we power our homes, grow our food, move around, and build our cities. We need to transform energy, transport, agriculture, and industry. And we need to shift our culture. We're thinking, what do we value and how do we live? And everybody has a role in all of this. This isn't just about governments or big companies. This is about every single one of us. This applies to families, communities, schools, businesses, whole cities. Wherever you are, you can be a part of the solution. You can make a difference. And together we can build a better world, a better future. We're not just fighting against something terrible, we're building something beautiful if we want to. A world that's fairer, cleaner, more joyful. Let's act with courage, let's act with creativity. And yes, let's even have fun along the way, because the future is still in our hands. Let's create a community to do this together. Like and subscribe and talk about it in the chat. Thank you and see you in the next video.